Hi, my name's Cameron Carlson with AnimeOnLocation.tv. I'm at Colossalcon 2012. I have with me a very good friend of mine, Miss Tiffany Grant. How you doing?
Hi there. Very good to see you. Doing well this morning.
All right. So it's what's been new with you since your last trip to Ohio? You know, we were at Glass City Con, and how's it been for you since then?
Well, I've done an awful lot of conventions in Ohio, so I'm very comfortable here. Um, I've gone to a lot of other conventions, and just happy to be back in Ohio, and especially in Ohio during the summer. The weather is gorgeous here.
Okay. Now you've got two new series to talk about that have really huge time gaps: 1931 and 2710. Tell us about Night Raid 1931 and Cosine.
Quiescent. It's a completely made up word that's never even referenced in the movie, so I don't even know what that means. Night Raid 1931 is sort of historical drama type series. That's actually a TV series, and obviously set in 1931, and I was the main villain in one of the first episodes, the first or the second episode. Anyway, so of course I love getting to play a villain, and that was very fun for me. And it's got a really cool kind of a period look to it. Now, Koisen is actually a short film. It was only about 20 minutes long, and I wrote the ADR script for that. I was only actually in it a little bit, but it was released on the same disc with another short film called Five Numbers that I play a really badass kind of seductress in that. So that was a very interesting project, and I hope that we get to do more of those short films. It's a little different.
Cool. And of course, you can't get too far away from Mecca. So what about Infinite Stratos?
Infinite Stratos. Yeah, I had a lot of involvement with that one. That was a 13-episode TV series, just recently came out on DVD and Blu-ray from Sentai Filmworks. And I did the ADR scripts for that one, which was grueling. There's a lot of dialogue in that show. But the mecha are pretty cool, and I do play one of the characters in that. It's a German mecha pilot. Okay, it's been done before, but yeah, you'd be amazed. No one else seems to be able to do a German accent, but it was really, really fun. The gist of it is it's in the very near future, and there are these, they're not exactly mecha, but they're more like kind of an exoskeleton kind of a thing that you put on and wield, as it were. And for some reason, only girls and women can operate these units until one day there's a young boy, and he accidentally finds one and discovers that he can operate it, and he ends up going to the Infinite Stratos Academy, which of course only has female students, and they're all over him. So it's kind of a harem mecha anime with action, sci-fi, comedy. So it was fun to work on.
It sounds like it. And now an odd one here. What about the book of Bantorora, where dead people turn into books?
Yeah, the Book of Bantora, I think that just came out this past week, or the first half of it did. I believe it's a 26 episode series. So we're finished recording it, and the first half of it just came out. I actually just went to a screening in Houston where they showed the first 4 episodes of it, and it's really cool. It's very, very exciting. And so dead people, when they die, their essence, their memories, their thoughts, and everything are translated into these. They call them books, but it's really more like a big stone tablet. And there are these armed librarians that guard the books, because some people might want to get someone else's book to gain their knowledge. Maybe, I guess imagine like Stephen Hawking or someone, like some super genius dies, and then you could access all of their knowledge and insights and everything. So it's a really cool concept for a show, and I really like science fiction, so I think it's a really interesting show. So far, I've just seen those first 4 episodes, because the rest of it I haven't gotten a copy of yet, but looks really good. And I play a young boy in this. He's about 12 years old, and he's an armed librarian. Each one of them has kind of a skill, like a superpower. And I am a master swordsman, so you get to see me wielding a giant sword.
Cool. And now some Prisoners and Black Cats. Tell us about Five Numbers.
Oh yeah, I started talking about that a little bit before. Five Numbers. It's a short film. I think it must have been around kind of 6, 8, 10 years ago. There was sort of a spate of these short films that came out in Japan, but there wasn't really a venue to release them over here. I mean, you don't go to a movie theater and see a 20-minute movie, and it's like, how do people access that? So Sentai bought at least a couple of these. I don't know how many more may be coming up, but at least for sure Koisent and Five Numbers, and decided to release them together. And there are a lot of extra features on there, behind the scenes stuff. But Five Numbers is a really neat sci-fi show that is it's kind of like an episode of The Twilight Zone, really. It has that kind of a neat feel to it, with the really interesting twist at the end that you won't guess. And I really liked working on that. Oh, besides playing the cool seductress type character, I also played the cat. There's a cat, so I got to play the cat.
Okay. And another show is Plan Z. How is it like working at? Yeah.
Well, Plan Z has that. It's a CG show, which we haven't done before, and it's actually a feature film. And I'm not sure if that's either just about to come out or it's just been released. I haven't actually seen the finished film yet, but it's that almost real looking CG, that kind of Final Fantasy looking. Yeah. And that was really interesting. I've never worked on anything like that. I've done live action and I've done anime, but it presented a little bit of an extra challenge because it almost does look like a real face, right? It's a futuristic sci-fi, Armageddon is coming kind of a thing. And Plan Z, what that actually means, it looks like they misspelled planet, but what it actually is it's really more like, if you think of it as two words, like Plan Zeta or Plan Z. In other words, our butts are on fire, and this is it. Plan Z, Plan Zeta. Our last chance. If this doesn't work, the human race is toast. So that's what Plan Z, the title, actually refers to. I can explain that one, unlike Koisent. I have no idea what that means.
Okay, and then you have EF. You have EF coming out. So and it's getting a lot of great reviews. Tell us why you think it's such a great series for people to see.
There was 2 series of that. There was Tale of Melodies and Tale of Memories. And that's got kind of a weird, at least one of them. I haven't seen the whole thing, I'm sorry, so I'm doing a really bad job at reviewing this. My character in that was kind of disturbing, actually. I'm the mother of one of the main characters, who's a teenage boy, and I just make some really, really inappropriate suggestions. But actually, a friend of mine who was watching it the other day said that he was enjoying it. So Jeremy Barber highly recommends this show.
Okay, and now you're here at Colossalcon. You're going to be partaking in some of the cool game shows that Grego is going to run. Yeah. What have you ever had the opportunity to work with him, and how are you expecting how it's going to go?
Well, I'm actually the first person that Greg recruited to do a game show with him, Anime Match Game, back in 1999 at A-Kon in Dallas. So I've done dozens and dozens of game shows with Grego over the years, and it's honestly my favorite part about doing conventions. I mean, apart from meeting the lovely fans, of course. But I mean, for me, as like doing a fun thing, I love doing Grego's game shows. In fact, I love it so much that when we got married, he was the host, the MC at our wedding reception, and he hosted it like it was a game show. It was really great. But anybody who gets a chance to see Grego's game shows at a convention, I highly recommend that you go. You will have fun. You can be a contestant and win fabulous cash and prizes.
Okay. Is there any upcoming projects you can talk about this time that you want fans to know about?
Wow. I don't know. I guess I don't know that I can. I have been told that I am recording on something in about a week, but I don't even know what it is. I can also tell you that I don't know anything about the third Evangelion movie. It hasn't come out yet in Japan. I don't know when it is coming out. I don't know when and if I may be working on it. So that's a question that I get an awful lot. But I I can't answer that because I seriously don't know. I am looking forward to, in August, attending NomCon in Ireland. So hello to all the Irish viewers, and looking forward to coming to see you.
Alrighty. And is there any final message and a way that fans can follow you on the internet?
Sure. Okay. Wow. I feel really tragically old to say this. I don't really do social media. I'm sorry, it's not my thing. But I do have a website that it's been up and running for the last 15 years. I always have my convention schedule posted on that. You can email me through that. Email almost seems quaintly old-fashioned nowadays. But that's tiffanygrant.eva-r.com, or just Google me. Sounds a little rude, but in the privacy of your own home, you can Google me. You can look it up. I'm there. Come and see me at a con.
Alrighty then. Thanks so much for coming to Colossalcon and tacking with us at animelocation.tv.
Thank you.